Welcome everyone. Hope you all are doing fine. Now, let us start. The first novel we have. The title of the story is Monroe. The rating is 76 out of 100. The story is about a man named Bob who did everything right but still found himself stuck in a thankless position and with only his cat for company. His situation worsens and the story warns against backing a man into a corner. It is updated on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. On to the next novel we have. The book titled Wisher Beware has a rating of 86 and tells the story of an individual with advanced knowledge in a society that relies on primitive methods. The protagonist becomes a slave in a matriarchal society and the story contains sexual content relevant to the plot. The author notes that it is a rational fantasy with a unique approach to the isekai genre and that the plot progresses slowly at the beginning but builds off previous achievements. Readers are advised to check the reviews for more information. On to the next novel we have. The story is about a fight between a zombie little sister and a vampire older sister. The main character creates an environment simulator and sets a virtual horror movie in the city with the two sisters as characters. The characters include Ayumi, the zombie girl, Erika, the vampire girl, Satori, a high school boy with the two sisters, and Maxwell, a support program developed by Satori. The rating is 80. On to the next novel we have. The story is about a 14-year-old boy named Yamanaka Aoba who transmigrated to the world of Naruto and became an Anbu torturer. He awakened the mind-reading system, which allowed him to read memories and get rewards. 10 years later, Kyuubi Rampage broke out, and Aoba had to make a move to stop it. On to the next novel we have. The fanfiction called Questmaker of Soulland is about a character named Jason who dies and is reincarnated into an evil cultivator named Ya-sun. He uses his previous life's knowledge to complete missions and live a new life without any debts. The story takes place 11 years before the main novel, and the characters from the main novel are slightly different in this fanfiction. The author includes a warning that the main character is a trained fighter and not entirely innocent, but he doesn't kill often. Additionally, the characters may have different personalities than in the original novel. On to the next novel we have. The story is about a rebellious girl named Zhang Yansheng who wasted her life in her past because of her scumbag father and stepmother. When she is reborn back to high school, she decides to study hard and become a qualified heir of her family's business. She also tries to win the fight against her stepmother and half-brother who are actually devils. The story also includes a potential marriage proposal from the prince of the Yu family. The overall rating for the story is 84. On to the next novel we have. The article discusses the evolution of life over 4.6 billion years, beginning with the birth of a cell and the rise and decline of civilizations and species. The author emphasizes the importance of continuous adaptation and evolution to achieve victory in the face of challenges. The article receives a rating of 84. On to the next novel we have. The article title is Honey, Why Can't We Get a Divorce? And it receives a rating of 80. The story is about a woman who possesses another woman and kills her husband, but fortunately it happens before she kills him. However, everyone knows she loves the male lead and the main character must get a divorce, but her husband tears up the papers and calls her crazy. The main character wonders why she can't get a divorce. On to the next novel we have. The title of the story is Innocence, and the rating given is 80. The plot revolves around Ji-Yu Tuantuan and Zhang Yi who start to watch pornography together after initially playing video games. On to the next novel we have. The reincarnated villain makes the heroines tearfully beg for forgiveness is about Lin Yan, a heavenly emperor who was defeated by the male lead and 10 female leads. He awakens a power to rewrite his past and begins to do so. As a child, he protected and fed one of the female leads, Xiao Yanren, and later married another heroine, Xiao Mei. He rose to become the heavenly emperor, but his actions were misunderstood by the world. The story explores Lin Yan's past actions and how he seeks forgiveness from the heroines. The rating for the story is 86. On to the next novel we have. The protagonist, Bai Luo, discovers the existence of miracles in a black book that appears in his mind. He consults his uncle Saros about magic in the world but is told that it doesn't exist, only miracles do. Bai Luo later creates a magnificent country and realizes that what he has accomplished truly is a miracle. On to the next novel, we have. A man named Uchiha Tonin inherits abilities from deceased people and plans to lead a coup d'état against Konoha's higher-ups for mistreating the Uchihas. However, when asked for his opinion on the Uchiha's betrayal, he chooses to stand on the village's side. Later, he coldly watches the Uchiha's annihilation and accuses the Hokage of mistreating the meritorious clan. He then destroys the Sarutobi and Shimura clans to appease his own clan members. The story highlights Tonin's hypocritical nature and deceitful tactics. On to the next novel, we have. The youngest son of the Count of Kronia becomes a warlock to survive, and the overall rating is 80. On to the next novel, we have. The story is set in 2036, when mankind first sets foot on Mars. In 2052, Earth holds the first world martial arts tournament, which is watched by the entire planet. The top professional gladiator, Xu Jingming, retires at the age of 26 with a body full of injuries. Later on, the United Nations announces that advanced technology has been found on Mars and mankind can evolve themselves by using VR experience with a freely distributed VR headset. The story follows Xu Jingming's plans for using this opportunity for the betterment of mankind. On to the next novel, we have. The story is about an introverted 17-year-old boy who believes love is a waste of time and emotions until he signs a contract with a devil from hell, which turns his world upside down. The story has been rated 80. On to the next novel, we have. The article discusses a Sherlock Holmes-based game called Villain Maker where the player can fulfill the probability of Professor Moriarty's appearance. The game includes different scenarios such as becoming that man for Holmes, completing a sham marriage with Watson, and getting kidnapped by the phantom thief Lupin. The author criticizes the game's development and rates it 82. On to the next novel, we have. Lu Tianzi is a genius cultivator who wants to fight for humanity, but he is betrayed and almost killed. This experience changes him and he becomes ruthless, willing to destroy anyone in his path to become the strongest. On to the next novel, we have. Superstar from Age 0 Inches is about a person who has lived many lives and is now born as Lee Seojun. He uses his mystical abilities from past lives to become an idol and superstar, captivating and capturing the hearts of people. The story is centered around his memories and is like a fairy tale. The rating for the book is 84. On to the next novel, we have. The Rebirth of Evelyn Knox is a story about a girl who is given a second chance in a different world after her death. She is determined to live a happy life and repay some favors. Although she is surprised by the world of fantasy and her family's situation, she remains cool and collected with a clear plan, but it remains to be seen if everything will go according to her plan. The reviewer gave the story a rating of 82. On to the next novel, we have. The title of the game is Sword Pilgrim, and the reviewer gave it a rating of 82. The main character, Callias von Gervain, always dies except in one route which the reviewer is determined to find. The reviewer has become invested in the game as if they were the character. On to the next novel, we have. The book, titled Return of the Woodcutter, is about a self-proclaimed martial artist and former criminal named Ido Walker who is forcibly revived by the gods of a foreign world to take part in a never-ending war. The gods offer mortals powers in exchange for eternal servitude and the completion of trials before finally entering Iris. Despite not agreeing with the gods' manipulative ways, Ido sees Iris as a chance to atone for his past misdeeds in this fantasy world of swords and magic. He will strive to regain what little honor he has left, despite the obstacles that hinder his path. The book has warnings for the audience, such as an imperfect MC who will learn and grow because of his flaws, no harems, typos and grammatical and wording issues, strong language, gore, and violence. It also has comedy, which may not be to everyone's liking. On to the next novel, we have. The title of the story is Hell App, and the My rating is 78. The story is about a boy named Bai Yan who opens an unfamiliar app on his phone and gets transported to an eerie world of reincarnation filled with horror and suspense. The narrative warns the readers to be cautious of the main character. On to the next novel, we have. The anime, Ihoujin, Dungeon ni Moguru, is set in an alternate world that was discovered in 1946. A company sends a team with modern weapons and technology to explore the dungeon, but due to unforeseen circumstances, the team ends up with a defective AI and a non-professional member. The anime follows their journey of survival and exploration. The My rating for this anime is 82. On to the next novel, we have. Threadbare is a story about a small and fluffy golem who is not good at being a hero. He is saved by a little girl, but may not be able to help her. Despite this, he gains allies, skills, and levels to survive difficult situations because his creator has many enemies. Advanced chapters are available on the author's Patreon. The rating for this piece is 76. That's the end of this video. I will see you soon in the next video. Happy reading.